proprietor... Oh no!
Oh,
We
no!
are offline.
OBS, no!
OBS!
OBS, no!
Okay,
Wait,
Jess
are we
says we're back.
We're back. Yeah, we're
Are we
back.
Okay,
We're good.
we're back.
Good.
Yay.
Okay. So
Thank
where were we?
you, OBS, for being like this.
Thank you, Jess, for fixing it.
Thanks,
Thank
Jess.
you.
Thank you, Jess.
Alright, so... You were looking at the flyer.
Yep.
And at the bottom, it appears like the proprietor of the bookshop is the same as the author of the book.
Oh, of course.
Is this Mervyn again? Is that what this is?
Actually, why am I calling her Ebony? She should be Ennaby.
Ennaby.
Oh. I'm just thinking of that
Enemy.
Germa clip.
Here's the
actually,
thing I've been thinking about, like, do we know that the other people here are werewolves? Because I've been, like, wondering, like, because we've been using our powers, and it's like, we're just, like, you know, not even hiding it from each other, or, like...
I mean, the powers that you've been using were X-ray vision and super speed, and while...
And telekinesis!
I mean, the telekinesis was a bit sneaky.
Sure.
I will say that I
like...
think... God.
It's like if you
I
had
was-
not been distracting the person and just used telekinesis, that wouldn't
That's
work.
true.
But with you two working together, you managed to pull it off without attracting attention.
Yeah.
But, like, from each other, like, are we aware that...
Oh, yeah. So, do you all realize that you're all very similar? I mean, you two, Skylar and Hazel work together.
Mm.
Have you become friends because you know you're werewolves?
Oh, you know, a werewolf.
I wonder
I
if
feel like
there's,
it's
like,
come
you know...
Because of, like, the shifts we take? Maybe? Like, around the full moon, that's when it, like, really starts, like, yeah, we can't do work.
And the
Maybe
thing
we
is,
have, like, werewolf patch or, like, little moon patches or pins. We wear, like... I'm wearing a carabiner on my pants, and I've also got a little moon pin, if you know what I mean.
well, that's cute.
Maybe
I like
next
that.
to the
That's really
lesbian
cute.
flag.
Yeah!
The
I've
moon
got
is
a lovely
lesbian.
moon. I've got a lovely moon pin that says it's not a phase. So
That's
something like
so funny. I love
Perfect.
that. I love that.
So it's like, we're just gonna decide now, in this universe, are you bitten and turned into a werewolf, or are you born a werewolf? Because if so, then Hazel and Jenny might know each other from the high school werewolf pack.
It's up to you. I'm willing to do whatever. I was gonna say,
Yeah.
I feel like at least between Skylar and Jenny, we know just because Fiona, like, when you go to a party, it's like max secrecy because Fiona's friends with, like, a lot of people that are either
Haha.
criminals, werewolves, or both.
Hmm.
It's a Paw Patrol patch, but lesbian flag colors.
I love it.
That's so funny. I don't know. What do we think? Do we want it to be like a genetic thing? Do we want it to be like a thing that happens?
I don't mind
kind of
either way.
will.
All I know is that I think that Skylar's a werewolf for some reason related to the planet Kryptonia, just because that's why it's her weakness. She was
Okay,
either
let's...
bitten by someone that came from Krypton, or her family came from Krypton.
Okay, I'll take that. Okay, you're transformed into a werewolf, but it sometimes runs in families. And Fiona is really well known out there in the community because of the parties, of course.
Absolutely.
Nice.
Gotta throw a good party as
Basically-
a supervillain.
Yeah.
Of course.
All of that questioning was to basically ask, would we know that Jenny has X-ray powers, and can I ask Jenny to be like, hey, can you look at whoever's running the store and see if they have like, dark, black hair with like, with like red and
What do you think an
purple
X-ray
streaks.
shows?
I know, that's what I'm thinking too.
Purple streaks.
Oh.
With
This
red
isn't like a
tips.
Halloween skeleton, like where you have hair attached to your skull.
It really, well, it depends on like how literal the X-ray vision is. Because,
Yeah, but it's like there
know,
there are some things you can determine through certain types of X-rays, like general shape. It doesn't have to just be skeleton, but things like hair color would not come through.
Yeah, that's true. I was just like, what if, like, it just, the hair reaches her mid-back and she has icy blue eyes, like limpid tears, and...
Oh my god.
Let's go in there and
That's
look.
true.
It is true.
Actually, that's true. I think Skylar's gonna
Heaven
take
forbid.
the...
It's like you could just
Heaven
walk into
forbid.
the store.
Yeah, Skylar is gonna, like, take the flyer, and then she's gonna, like, make herself look a bit more, like, blank and expressionless, and then, like, go in and, like, take the first book and leave.
Sure.
Yeah.
What's
Interesting.
that?
Okay.
What'd you get?
It's like you walk in and you see the closest shelf is just full of the same book that you took from the customer outside. And there's a little slot where you can put the flyer. And each book comes with a new flyer.
Ooh.
It's weird, but okay. Skylar does it just to, make sure she blends in.
Like, as you take a discreet look around, make a... either crime fighting roll for investigation or werewolf for senses.
I'm thinking werewolf for incredible speed, so, like, she can, like, do a really quick, look around, but, like, it looks like she hasn't, like, done anything.
Thinking of that part of SpongeBob where it's like, I just ran to that boulder. You want to see me do it again?
That is a 7.
7. Okay. So, you definitely succeeded running around the whole store, and you see that all the books look either alike or very similar. There might be a couple of differences in title, but the books look nearly identical. And there are shelves that have books missing, but you don't see any employees.
Oh, so there's, like, no one behind the counter.
Yeah, there's the counter, but it looks perfunctory. And the actual decor of the place, it looks like a Hot Topic. It's just all black and red and fake spider webs, gaudy chandeliers.
Home Depot skeleton.
Yeah. It's like, but behind the counter there's a like dressed up skeleton, and it just says, "Thank you for your business."
Oh, so when Jenny saw the skeleton with the X-ray vision, she wasn't lying. That was literal. Okay.
Well, we sat
Understood.
outside, just gonna like look at Hazel and be like, you know what? They do know how to keep to a theme. I'll give them that. Although the font choice is still terrible.
Is it Chilla? Is it?
Yeah, it's something like Chiller, or there's a Blambot font called like Smells Like Tacos. It's like a creepy looking font. Yeah, it's
Amazing.
I love the fact that the creepy font is named Smells Like Tacos. That's very funny.
Yeah.
I do want to put a disclaimer that Jess says that she's not part of this Chiller slander, and that Chiller is the valid. Jess's opinions do not reflect my opinions, but there they are.
None of our opinions reflect the opinions of Threeflings, so if y'all like Chiller, cool. If y'all don't like Chiller, get out of here. I support Chiller ironically, never seriously.
Yeah. So, Scarlet finds out all this stuff and leaves, she doesn't read the book, but, she has it by her side, and then she just leaves. And she rejoins the others and tells them everything that happened.
Yep, and you see more people walk in with the little flyers and leave with books. Whether they're reading them or they have them in a bag, which,
My curiosity.
considering they don't even sell books,
Okay,
is very unusual.
Jess, I understand that you're like, it is appropriate, but at the same time, the font is so corny, I cannot take it seriously. Like, ma'am. Oh, Klein, you say Draz doesn't agree with Jess, but doesn't want to get booted from the stream. Klein, we have threatened to ban Draz several times. This is not the only time that this has been an issue.
This is where we discover that Chiller is Jess's favorite font.
Jess is like, oh no, they found out.
So you have found this bookstore selling books is making people into kind of zombies. They're still alive, but their brains are really sort of zombified.
I kind of want to talk to one of the zombies.
You can certainly try.
Yeah, I want to kind of go up to one of them and be like, "Oh my gosh, hi! What's this book you're reading?"
Okay.
Home Depot employee outside of a Hot Topic.
This is feeling like it would be a lesbian role.
Okay.
Making conversation.
I love that.
It's a 2.
No!
Yeah. You
I have exactly as much charisma in this game.
You try your hardest. You try and talk about the book. You try and talk about anything. The person who's reading does not look up, does not even acknowledge you. If you stand in their way, they step just enough to go around you. It is pretty annoying how effectively you are being ignored.
Oh my god,
Yeah, and
it's
that's
just
why
like
Scarlet did not approach anyone.
I'm gonna say you're going to probably lose a tenacity because of
Oh no!
how shut down you are.
Ouch. Yeah, that felt like Dinosaur 2017. Ouch.
That's so unfortunate.
Yeah, I don't think talking to them's gonna help. I think maybe we should find out where the flyers came from.
I mean, there's one in your book. Does that say anything on
I
it?
think it's the same flyer. I guess maybe the people with books, might be passing them to other people? And maybe that's where they're from? But, there has to be, an origin, surely, other than this bookstore.
Is it the same flyer, Zan, or does the flyer in the book say something different?
It is the same flyer. It just says, come in and pick up a free book. And if you turn it over, it says, and if you don't like physical books, you could download a free digital copy. And it has a QR code.
Of course it does! Why didn't we flip it over? Alright, time to go to their website.
Yeah, let's scan that QR code.
I hope it's like a GeoCities website.
It's so funny to me.
With who's all scanning the barcode?
I am. I'm not sure if anyone else is. I'm just glad that none of our weaknesses is social media. Because this technically could count.
It could.
This would be good.
Okay, with Skylar scanning the QR code, and it immediately brings up a PDF of the book and opens it.
Skylar just immediately, turns away from her phone. and turns the screen.
However, you did technically start looking at it
Yeah.
long enough. Make me a werewolf roll.
Let's see if my incredible speed let me, like, leave as quickly enough. That's a 5.
5. Okay, so you succeed in turning away, but you could feel the pull to continue reading.
But,
And you kind of still feel it a little bit, but you can push it to the back of your mind. But you know, as soon as you unlock your phone, it's right there waiting for you.
yeah, I can't use my phone anymore, shit.
Phone is haunted! Time to get a new one.
Did it give you a virus?
There's no web page! It's just the PDF! What the fuck?
Okay, like, what... Did you get any look at what it says, or is it just like a weird... just like a normal book?
Well,
You
it's
just
not...
got...
My
you
name
just got
is
the
Every
glimpse.
Darkness to Measure Even Way.
Basically, I think most of what you saw was the title and the first line, but you turned away before actually reading it. You mostly just got a glimpse enough to skim, and it does appear like the title is Immortal of Mine.
Interesting. Okay. You know what? I'm
Oh.
kind of tempted to do something ridiculous right now.
No.
It's like, but considering I kind of think like Dark of Night is a bit too good of a pen name, it's Dank of Night.
Again, the font choice is terrible.
Exactly.
I'm gonna look at I'm gonna look at Skylar and be like, okay, it can't be that bad, right? Like, give me your
Well-
phone, I'll get rid of the webpage, just give it to me.
Like, regardless of how good or bad the writing, like, there is, like, some kind of magic or, like, superpower here at work. Like, I don't want you to turn into a zombie.
Just give me your phone, I'll just, like, exit out of the tab, it's not that big of a deal.
Fine. Skylar hands over her phone.
Okay, Jenny.
Yes.
You unlock the phone.
Mhm.
Make me a werewolf roll.
Cool. Oh my gosh. Okay. That's a 3.
Oh no!
Oh no.
I wanted to know
So,
what was gonna happen,
you-
so you know what? We're finding out!
And to fuck around
Yeah,
and
fuck
find
around.
out.
We are fucking on
All
and finding
right.
out.
The world pulls away, and you begin reading this book like you can't help yourself. You don't even notice the spelling errors and grammatical inaccuracies. Just
Oh no.
you can't stop reading. And while this is happening, Hazel and Skylar, you notice that Jenny just has completely tuned you out and is now reading the book on your phone, Skylar.
Skylar's gonna try and, like, take the phone out of her hands.
Okay. You're going... If you are okay with this, I'm going to make this a kind of PvP type thing.
Oh, I'm fine with that.
Right.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Hey, Skylar, I'm thinking you're going to be able for your super speed to try and take the phone. I'm going to give this a difficulty of... I'm going to give this a 4 difficulty, so it might take a while to try and get the phone. Especially if you don't have any help.
So, just looking,
I'll help out. Yeah.
while they're doing this, what is the book actually about?
So the book is basically a bit of a love note to Dracula or some kind of vampire figure. Just kind of complete fanfiction self-insert. But super gay.
Fun thing about My Immortal is that, like, canonically, it does say that Ebony is bisexual.
Sexual.
Bisexual. Yeah.
Oh, no,
Okay, so the main character...
bisexual, that's the one.
Bisexual?
Let's just say that the main character is a bi-disaster.
Bisexual icon, we love that. That's so funny.
Nah, it's like, this book is not by my Merwin. This is more like a love note to Merwin, Dracula. Which is unfortunate.
Yeah, why does this douchebag get a book dedicated to him? That's very funny.
Some people have terrible taste, I guess.
Some people are allowed to have wrong
fangirl.
opinions.
This is Merwin's biggest fan writing fanfiction.
That's so funny. Is there anything else, like, about it that is interesting while they are trying to take this from my hands?
Okay, do you want to try and investigate its effects on you, or trying to figure out things about the author?
I guess if I'm aware that, like, this was gonna happen anyway, I want to see if I can tell, like, what exactly is happening.
Okay.
Like, yeah, something like that.
So, roll me werewolf. You're not trying to shake the effects, but trying to gauge what the effects are.
Yes.
Okay.
That's an 8.
Oh, that's nice. Okay.
Yes.
So, you feel like this is some sort of magical spell or pull. You're not exactly familiar with this sort of thing, especially since this is very evil magic, but you might know someone who could figure this out. If you can get free of this.
This is absolutely the I'm gonna use the fact that this girl has a crush on me to make her do stuff for me. It's very funny. Okay.
Unlike Skylar, it's not problematic because Jenny doesn't realize that Fiona has a crush on her.
Very funny. What are you guys doing about this?
So, are we still doing the PvP?
Yeah. It's not exactly PvP. So how are you going to assist? Are you going to try and do something with the crime fighting power, or werewolf power, maybe just lesbian power, and let's help out?
I think I'm gonna use my telekinesis to kind of hold Jenny in place, so like Skylar can grab the phone.
Okay, I can see that.
I like how this is the route you guys went for instead of just smack the phone out of her hand. Like that. I don't want to buy a new phone, so this is what we're doing now.
All right. Give me a telekinesis is your werewolf ability, so give me a werewolf roll, please.
And I'm also spending tenacity, so Skylar, you can roll 2. So that's a 5 for my telekinesis.
I'm just so sorry that like every time you give me like a advantage, like I always roll worse than the second time.
No, I'm only at 5 tenacity now.
No.
Fine.
It is fine, she says. It is not fine.
It's not fine. So when my tenacity goes to 0, and I'm in a social
It's
encounter.
okay,
I'm removed from the scene.
I can do
Okay.
gay shit.
Alright. That sounds good.
Gay shit! That's the new I can do magic. I can do gay
Here's the
shit.
thing: Skylar has magic fingers.
Ah.
Yeah.
That's very
Like
funny.
that is a very fun power.
That's just so funny.
We could discuss that
Oops,
later.
I forgot that has a slur in it. I
Would you
forget
say-
that my immortal has slurs in it, and I forget that when I go and copy paste.
Yeah, no, my mortal
parts
is
of it.
very weirdly problematic.
Yeah.
As much of a beat as it is.
Which is one of the reasons why I'm using it for an evil character.
I love that.
So now that you've used werewolf powers, try and figure out a different power you can use to try and get the phone away from Jenny.
Try to be really gay.
Or if it was like forklift certified, forklift the phone out of her hands.
It's true. I'm gonna roll up my sleeves with my flannel and use my forklift certification to like make my hands a forklift, get the phone. Beep, beep.
I'm going to let
love
this.
that.
I'm gonna let this happen. Let's roll.
I love this.
No, not a marker. Oh, hey! 8!
Yeah,
Hey, look at that.
you
so funny.
succeed in prying the phone from Jenny's fingers.
Yeah.
And
I can't
shutting it off.
believe that happened.
I'm shutting that off. I'm gonna get on.
Thank you. Can't use that anymore.
Phone is dead.
Phone's haunted. Let's go.
Yep.
Take
Literally.
the battery out. We're done.
Take the battery out, throw it away.
Throw it into the sea.
Yes.
So I guess we know how she's getting people to just open the book, and so
My
now that the book is out of Jenny's hands, is the whole thing, is like the spell or whatever it is it over?
It's not exactly over. You can feel a slight pull, but now that you're not looking directly at it, you can kind of use your I'm just gonna say like werewolf toughness or stubbornness. Something about your innate ability as a supernatural creature can put up a bit of a barrier
Okay.
to this sort of magic. You're not as susceptible.
Interesting. Okay.
should we go ask Fiona about it, or should we go find the print shop where this person must be printing hundreds of these stupid flyers?
I mean, who's to say it's from a print shop? It might just be someone like at home with a really nice printer.
Who has printers anymore?
I have a printer right next to me.
I work at a print copy center.
Yeah. Why don't we go to a print copy center and it's just like Zan sitting there?
Yeah,
Let's go to Staples.
let's not.
Not Staples. They're the nemesis of Home Depot. We can't go there. It's in our contract.
Yeah.
Skylar and I will be aproned.
Yeah. We can't have that.
The apron sounds like they're gonna like execute you. Oh, that's so funny.
So if like there's no like pattern to like the way that people are moving, because presumably like the flyers, like people are just passing the flyers to each other. There's no like easy to track origin point. maybe we should go back to the coffee shop. Because now I'm also curious about where the people go after they go to the coffee shop, and also why they even stop at the coffee shop, because that seems unrelated to the book.
I will say that book is terribly written. Like, the font choice, fine. Everything else, bad. Didn't enjoy it. Clearly, whoever had it did not have, like, a copy editor or a manager, because, oh my god, that was bad. Very happy to not be reading that anymore.
The thing about my model is because allegedly, like, unless you believe, you know, that it's a hoax, and that, like, it's all just one person doing the elaborate hoax, you know, like, Tara did have an editor, who I think is just called Raven or something. So, like, and, like, the quality of the fanfic drops off after the two of them have a falling out, so it's like, technically there was an editor. Just not a good one.
I mean, you know what? Sometimes you just gotta do it on a budget. You gotta hire someone from Fiverr. You gotta get the job done in 5 minutes.
So, you head back to the coffee shop, and you walk in. Fiona looks up and is trying not to beam at Jenny, but is, like, subtly trying to ignore you while also creating your drinks, since she now knows your drink order. It is just like, oh, back again?
Yeah, that book is terrible. Don't recommend. Yeah,
What
like, everyone's
book?
carrying on.
Oh,
like, yeah, that's the thing.
well, I have seen a lot of people with black books lately. Is it? And then you put up the book, and she's just like, "What even is that title? What?"
I couldn't tell you. Their bookstore also, you couldn't tell if the last letter was supposed to be an E or a B, so it's kind of just bad in general. I don't think there's anyone there who knows what typography is, or like readability, or anything like that. I'm not fully sure.
Okay, so she just kind of like raises an eyebrow, just goes weird. So the book is just what, making them zombies?
I mean, that's how it felt for me. It was just kind of like not very good writing, but like I wanted to keep reading it. I don't know. It's very weird. It's very weird.
You actually opened a cursed book?
I mean, someone has to find out what's happening.
And Jenny at this point is just like, fuck. And it's just kind of like, hand over the book.
Dude,
I'm gonna like look. I'm gonna look at Skylar and be like, do you want to like give her your phone, or do you want to give her the original copy of the book you grabbed?
We have 2 copies of the book, so like I guess you can have that. I think a bigger like thing to like take, you know, grab will be better anyway if she starts reading it.
So you're giving her the actual book?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, so I'm going to make a roll. Fiona.
Just thinking of the Scott Pilgrim party, like, have you seen a girl with hair like this? I'm just imagining that. Oh, that's so funny. For those of you that have not seen the Scott Pilgrim movie, please watch the Scott Pilgrim movie. It's so good. Brie Larson's in it. Henry Cavill's in it. It's Henry Cavill. It's not Henry Cavill. It's the other guy from like the Supergirl series. It's very good.
Alright, so